What was life like aboard a famine ship from 1845 to 1852? As famine and poverty were ravaging Ireland, people became desperate to flee and start a new life elsewhere. They often left on ships that looked like these. Originally designed as cargo ships, companies realised they could make money off of people who wanted to travel to the New World. It would cost just £3 to cross the Atlantic, which in today's money would be the equivalent of €2,000. Most people couldn't afford the passage, so their landowners would often pay for the trip, but there was no guarantee that everybody would survive the journey. Ships would often be overcrammed, riddled with diseases like typhoid and cholera. Passengers simply slept in bunk beds which were divided up into 3 different stacks. 5 adults would share the one bunk, while 10 children shared the one bunk. These types of vessels were licensed to carry up to 40 people, but they carried over 250 people per voyage. Some of these ships earned the nickname coffin ships because at least 3 out of every 10 passengers would die, which means you could lose up to 40 people before you even make land. In some dramatic cases, it could be double that. You could lose up to 80 people before you even make land. Passengers would have to bring their own food for the long voyage, but as famine was ravaging Ireland, there was no food. Passengers would often resort to stealing, fighting and bullying other people who were fortunate enough to have food for the voyage. The only toilet aboard the ship was a bucket people would use to go in and would have to be emptied by the crew. It could often be a rocky and bumpy trip, and you hope to God that you do not spill that on top of someone. The journey to America in the years of the famine was roughly 6 weeks to 2 months. 1 to 2 million emigrated from Ireland, while another 1.1 million died of starvation and disease. Over 250,000 people died on these coffin ships.